to cook. 500 grams skin on smoked haddock, 1 bay leaf, 1 pat of butter, 1 onion, peeled and finely chopped. 1 leek washed and chopped into chunks, 2 medium potatoes unpeeled chopped into chunks, 500 mils whole milk, chives chopped for garnish. There are so many rituals that we have forgotten are rituals. Still so scared of the pagan linger in our bones, but if you remember who they first called witch, what those witches most often did with the roots and shattered shrapnel skeleton shards scattered on the forest floor, I know there is still unbroken bones in you where the shadow of their voice speaks the incantation. Place the haddock in a pan large enough to hold it comfortably. If it doesn't fit, it will not come out the way it should. Add 300 mils cold water, bright and fresh from the burn. Lay the bay leaf on it as gently as if you were telling your younger self, she will be loved. When the water boils, the fish will be ready. Do not let the water burn away. Remember to take the pan off the heat, but do not forget that baptism of fire is just another way of saying burnt at the stake. I was not born to the epithet of woman, never wrapped the word around my tongue like the first casting of a spell of creation, but I knew it belonged. Knew there was a wound in my soul, the shape of a silhouette I have not yet claimed. It is so hard to heal yourself when there is a part of you cannot see that is always bleeding. In a separate pan, melt the butter and stir in the onions and leeks, cover and allow them to sweat for 10 minutes until they begin to colour. Remind them that there are colours in the rainbow that are not the same as blood. Remind them that no one ever loved something they burn. Remind them that flavour comes from inside. Season with black pepper until every part of them can bite back. That's the incantation. There are colours in the rainbow that are not the same as blood. The golden hour orange glow on her cheek, the first time I realised I wanted to kiss her, the first time I realised I wanted her to kiss me, the first time I realised I wanted her to call me her girl. The way my mouth becomes a bouquet of yellow roses when my friends tell me they love me, when their hugs feel like letting go doesn't mean giving up, when her fingers nearly, almost, not quite touch mine. The forest of green prayers I baptize and the tears I catch in my hands when I grieve the girl I never got to be. The cathedral of the chests of all the people who have held space for the shape of me as I have changed. The blue sky I always find when I look up, no matter how much I make my neck into a crook without a shepherd, the sky is the answer, because what is there in the sky but the hope that there will be another day in which we can read poems? Long indigo nights where the only one speaking to me was my own voice, even when I could not recognize the chant of hope in her. The violet eyeshadow I put on the first time I wanted to sparkle in my own evening, the smile on her face when she tells me she likes my lipstick, the knowledge that girlhood is community. Add the potatoes to the pan, allow them to become coated in the butter, tell them that this is not to make them slide through life easier, but to give them something fat to suck on. Pour in the haddock stock you made before. Recognize that fishy is not a bad word. And everything on land crawled out of the sea first. Remember that for 10 weeks in her waters, you were fish without differentiation. Simmer the broth until the potatoes give up being so hard. You will need to watch them because the crack of softness cannot be predicted. I was not born to the name I have now. Had to craft my own from the fig trees at the house of Lazarus. Those dead syllables rattled my teeth in meaningless repetitions. What an ill-fitting skin called man stretched over bones that never set straight. I prayed for my naiad body to wash up on the beach of my childhood and cursed the ocean deep when I was left in the wrong skin, with no Selkie story to give me hope. It takes too long to stop praying for intervention and start praying for acceptance. Using your sharpest paring knife, remove the skin and any bones from the haddock. Using your sharpest fingers, reduce the haddock to flakes. It should look nothing like how it started. It is always better this way. I dream about the day that I count backwards from 10 to sleep, drown in the blood of my own butchering, to wake from a dream of green men, forest fire, futures, red coral and siren symphonies, to find that the change has finally stuck. Lift out a large spoonful of the potato, leek and broth mixture and place it aside. Discard the bay leaf as if it is a name that no longer fits in your mouth. Pour the milk into the pan and drop in half of the flaked haddock. Roughly mash everything together. If you are not willing to do the work yourself, it will taste like someone else's fingers. Cooking may not seem like much, just instructions on the weight of dead things and the temperature of cauldrons that we have built our house around, but the things that are the most important never seem like much to begin with. You think you are not a witch, but you still salute the magpies. Carry knowledge of which flower will hurt, which will heal, which will clean the air. The thing about rituals is that there's magic. And then there's magic. And it takes the right witch to know the difference. Season to taste. Even if your taste is not the same as someone else's, the soup will still work. Serve with a generous helping of the potato, leek, and broth mixture. Decorate with a sprinkle of chives. With a delicate hand, even you, witch woman born the wrong shape, can make something completely alive out of things that are now dead. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please help us share it with more people by clicking the like button down below. If you want to see more videos like it, well, there should be one on your screen right now. Click that and you can head right there. Or you can subscribe to the channel. Make sure to ring the bell icon for notifications and you will never miss another video we put out. If that's not enough for you, well, good news. We have over 50 full-length Loud Poet shows that you can get access to, either by joining us over on the Patreon page or by becoming a member right here on YouTube. All you need to do is click the join button down below. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next time.